Hello everyone and welcome back. In previous clips we saw how we could group dates by month by using the end of month function, and we saw how we could implement that into slicers. What we want to have a look at now is how we can get totals for filtered data instantly in our report, and that's covered by this area here over this side. So currently if I just select a group of months, I instantly filter the data in place in the table and I can see the totals for the selected data here. So I'm currently looking at April, May and June for all my customers, and they're the totals. If I want to look at a particular customer, I can just select that customer and I can see that in that period from the 1st of April to the 31st of May, these were the transactions that were made. If I go April to August for that customer, then I can see that these are the transactions that were done from April through to August. So very powerful, but the whole thing is, how did we get these totals here? What function is used? And the function that's used is the subtotal function. So we're going to have a look at that. The nice thing about this is that we don't have to write the function. Excel is going to do that for us now. So in order to achieve this, we're going to click on a cell on the table and then pop up to the Table Design tab and click on Total Row. The total row then is displayed at the bottom of the table, and if we tag across, one of the first elements we want is, say, the VAT total. So we go to the total for the VAT amount, and in this case we want the sum of it, and we can see here it's 50961 for the filtered rows, and that's what's here. Now you can see up here how that function is constructed. It equals subtotal, and then there's a number here, 109, and then it's for the VAT amount. That 109 is an indicator for what function is to be used. In this case, it's the sum function. So 109 means use the sum. Say OK. And then rather than trying to write this, we can just cut that function out of there and paste it into this cell here. And that's that done. We can do the same for the net then. So the net amount, again, there's a drop down here. Again, it's the sum. And if we look at the function again, it's 109 indicating sum, and for the net amount. And again, you just cut it out of there and paste it into that cell there, and for the total amount. For the number of transactions then, in this instance, we're using the order line ID. So we pop over to the order line ID column. And in this instance, we're not getting the sum of these, we're counting them. So we'll just say the count here, and we get there are 7 elements to that filter. And again, we just cut it and paste it in there. For the dates, it's slightly different, that much different though. With the dates, normally it's the subtotal here. So if I click on subtotal, so for the dates, it's 105. And 105 means the minimum date that's covered by the filter. So in this instance, the minimum and the maximum are the same, but 105 is the minimum of that there. So we'll just say that equals the min. The 11th of the 2nd, 21. If I change this to say those 4 dates and pop down, you can see that the minimum is the 11th of the 2nd, even though we have 27th of the 4th here. So that's the minimum date. Once again, you can cut it and paste it up here. And similarly then, we can change that then and go for the max, which is the largest date, and then cut that and paste that up here as well. That's all there is to it. Obviously with the dates then, as in the previous clip, we used end of month to ensure that the dates always read the first of the month and the last of the months that were picked, just to make it look better, even though these dates, the earliest orders and latest orders, mightn't be the same as these here. That's how this part is constructed. And as you can see, it's incredibly powerful. At the flick of a switch, if someone comes in and says, what did we do in the last 3 months? What sort of business did we do? You can just say last 3 months here and say, right, we did this business in the last 3 months instantly, and then you go back to work. So very, very powerful, very, very simple. And I didn't have to write one piece of function code there. Excel did it all for me. Finally, when we're finishing off this, we don't need the totals row anymore. It just gets in the way. So we just click on a cell, Table Design, and get rid of the total row, because we've got all the information we need up in this area here. Another thing that's better than just using the total row as it is that we can have both min and max for the dates here displayed. Whereas if we just filter using the ordinary filters here, you would have to put a between dates or something like that in it. It's much more complicated. So it's highly visible, instant, and when used in conjunction with slicers, very, very easy to use. So have a play with that, and look forward to seeing you next time. All the best. Bye for now.